we started that technical analysis, that comprehensive session. So it started on Monday. That was the 1st of November. And yeah, it was actually, I think people were trying to underestimate what technical analysis is, what you have to look for in the charts, and you know, it's quite a process. It's quite a difficult process, but you know, it has been so far so good. Yeah, so it has been really, you know, I don't know how to put it, but anyway, it just made me realize that you know, so many people they expect to go to the charts and expect to find a trade at that moment. Like if you're doing your work and maybe you get some free time, you expect to find an entry point in that free time that you have. It could be every day at maybe 1 p.m. So you expect to find an entry point waiting for you at 1 p.m. every day, you know, and that's not the case. So that was the expectation of so many people, and you know, I've come to realize, they have come to all realize that, you know what, you have to actually keep analyzing the market all the time, every hour. If you're looking for trades on the big charts, then there you might not need a lot of time to analyze. But on these small charts where we're doing scalping, where we get these, we're doing it on setups, like real setups, academic setups, if I may say, setups which are really documented. So we look for those setups and we enter the trades. So some are entering trades on their real accounts, others on their demo accounts. You know, it's quite okay. It's the first time something like this is happening. A comprehensive course like that. It's quite interesting, but it's also, you know, it's also good. It's good when you get an entry point. Someone else gets an entry point and they share it in the group, and we all look at it and analyze that one. And if it passes, then you know, you enter it into your real account. There's really, if it is something documented and it is there, then you enter it. After all, we have the stop loss, we have the take profit put in the right places according to that entry point. Not guesswork. Not that I feel like I need to lose $20. If I lose, I'm willing to lose 20. It's not like that. It's where the entry point, you know, if the entry point has come after a previous high, then you know, and you're selling, then your stop loss is above that high. And then we get the other setups, and then we put the exit, the take profit. So it's determined by the market, by the formation of the market at that time. So so far, so good. It's day 3, and you know, it's quite comprehensive. I think we have started on a very high note. Started on a very high note, on a very it's a very strong note. Maybe, you know, maybe we shall ease things. But you know, once it gets into your mind and then you know exactly what to do, then you know, it will ease into your mind and it won't be difficult anymore. It's going to be very simple. Yeah. So you know, that is all. You know, technical analysis is quite, you know, it's quite interesting. And you know, indicators are part of technical analysis. You can't be a technical analyst and you ignore indicators. It's really, you know, it's not, you know, it doesn't make sense. You know, it's like doing physics and then you ignore math. You say you're going to do all your physics, but I don't want math in my physics. You know, yet, you know, the two things you really work. You know, it's just that we named them physics and math, but it's basically the same thing. But anyway, yeah, so for that group, you know, as much as you're learning, and I'm also learning how to, you know, how to deal with different categories of people. Yeah, and yeah, I think we're going to be on the same page at the end of this week. I think we shall have all, we shall be all on the same page. And, you know, throughout the weekend, you know, it will be a good time to rest. I think that's the important part about trading Forex. You know, on the weekends, you know, you rest. Maybe if you're not doing this Bitcoin and, you know, Bitcoin and those volatility indices. But anyway, we're dealing with Forex now, then we shall get to that. But anyway, it has been a good experience so far. And for everyone else who will be joining in, it's going to be quite, it's going to be good. When you join in after this experience, then it will be easier for you because, we have ironed out the rough patches. So, for the future sessions, it's going to be quite simple. Yeah, so other communication is there on the Telegram groups. There are many Telegram groups there, and there's one for technical analysis, there's one for the beginners, then there's a general group where, the general group has basically everyone. The general group, to get into it, you have to search for BVB Trade FX, or you can search for Trading Dawn, the name of this program, and you will get into that general group for the Forex traders. So, yeah, what is happening there right now? There are people posting their charts. Someone posts a chart with many sell orders or many buy orders with a load size of 5, 8, 2, 2, 2. You find the same pair or the same chart. Someone has bought in that same chart about 20 times, and every trade has a load size of about 2.0. So that is something we talked about. I think there was a general request from members of the group that if you're going to be posting your charts here, at least if you're not doing it on a real account, if you're doing it on a demo, put it on a reasonable demo and put there some reasonable figures there. When someone sees a trade of 2.0 on your chart, and for the new people, you may not really understand what 2.0 means. You just won't understand what 2.0 means. So the guy has put about 15 trades of 2.0. Each trade has made about $25, and the total amount of money that all the 15 have made are about maybe 300 and something dollars. That is 250 for the 10. Then you add the other 125. 300 and something. So you'll see a big figure that this guy has put in many trades, and he's killing it. Those are the normal terms people use on the group. You're killing it. You're whatever those terms that you use. And it's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad to see things like that. But a lot size of 2.0 making $25. So that will give you the motivation to put those same trades on your $20 account or your $10 account. Now, the thing is, you're going to trade with a lot size of about 0.01 or 0.02. Now, if you're going to look at the, it's called relativity. It's that the law of relativity, some law of physics. But anyway, what is relative to 2.0 on your 0.02 account is that guy has put trades of 2.0, and that trade has made 25. And if it was 0.2, it would have been 2.5. That's on a load size of 0.2. Now, on your load size of 0.02, that will be 0.25, $0.25 relative to that big account. So on your trade of, you enter your position of 0.02, you're going to be making 0.25, 0.25, that is quarter a dollar, that is relative to that person's 2.0 trade on that big demo account that they are doing that on. Now, when you're a beginner, you're going to see that 0.25, and you're not going to realize that you've hit the target that that guy has set. Now, the $25 is going to mislead you in that way. So you're going to wait for that 0.25 to become maybe 2.5 to become 25, like the other guy, and it's not going to get there, and you'll blow your account because you're also going to enter about 15 positions there, and things are going to get messy. You will blow your account. So I'm not discouraging anyone from posting whatever they post. We are there to learn. If you've been seeing those, there are those things that people keep on posting on social media. Things that Mandela said, things that Gandhi said. That you can learn from everything. You can learn from a good example. You can also learn from a bad example. So we are there to learn, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep posting. We shall all, we are going to streamline into, one single-minded way of thought, where we put all these things, we put them aside, you put them aside, and we get serious, we get down to business, and we start doing real analysis. If you're going to start posting your charts, you're posting charts for people who have $10. So put a $10 demo account and post your charts with that $10, with your big lot size or whatever, and then we see how it works out. So that people learn. If you want people to learn from you, you set the example that is within their range. Because if you put an account of $100,000, there is no Ugandan who can deposit $100,000 onto a Forex account. Yeah, even the richest guys, they will say 100,000, 100K on a Forex account, Yeah, I don't think a Ugandan can do something like that, Yeah, but, if you're trading with a demo account of 100K and you want people to copy your trades who are trading with $10, it's really bad, It's really bad, and it's really misleading, Let us try to avoid that at all costs, If you're very confident about what you're doing, then, do it the right way, put it on a small account and post it there. We shall all be happy to see that, Yeah, myself inclusive, I'm happy when I see people, doing some real good stuff, on the, when someone trades and, they tell me that, today I made $100, I made 50. Yeah, it really feels good to hear such news. Last, I think it was 2 weeks ago, someone called me very early in the morning at around 9 a.m. Okay, that's not very early, but, to receive phone calls at that time, it's quite early. Someone called me and said, he has been awake since 3 a.m. Since 3 a.m., I think before that, trading the Australian, that session of Australia, Japan. Yeah, and he hit his target by around 4 a.m. And, he was really happy. He called me to share the good news. And, that was something good to hear very early in the morning. People hitting their targets. In that time of those sessions of the Australia and Japan, beyond past midnight. Yeah, so that was very good to hear, and I would like to hear more of that. And I would also like to see actual trades being posted on the on the group. If you have a $10 account, I've been seeing those posts, and I really encourage them. If you're putting up your, if you want to share your happiness. Then, even if you've made $0.5 with a 0.01 lot size on a $10 account, that is 5% profit in one day. That is very huge. Share that and let people see that, you've made 5% on a single day. Do you know what 5% can do you every day for a whole year? 5% is very, very big. So if you do 0.5 on 0.01 lot size and you have an account of $10, then that is a very good trade, and share that, because if you give your money to a bank or to the government for treasury bills and whatever, they're going to give you 15% at the end of the year. For one whole year, you'll get 15%. If they are very generous, you'll get 20%. That is very, very generous. So if you can trade and you make 5% in one day, that is very, very, good. That is something you should be very proud of. And, post it. Even if you have $5 and you make 0.25, post it, and, give people that encouragement. Let us think in terms of, we're educated people. So, we have all this knowledge from school that we don't really use. So, let us use it here. So, you post those results, and, someone may see 0.25 and think that's a joke. But 0.25 on a $5 account, that is 5%. That is not a joke. That is, to an educated person, that is a serious trade. That's a very serious trade. So post it, make everyone happy. Put aside these demo accounts of $100,000, $1 million. You want to show someone that you made $1 million in a week, trading on an account of $50 million, Yeah, you can get excited doing that. But, when it comes to time to depositing money, you're going to deposit $10, and you will demoralize yourself, because you're used to those big demos. So let us, let us get serious about this and start posting those real charts. And if you want to learn how to trade, I put a survey on the group, and the majority said we want to learn for free. Yeah, we want to learn for free. And I found that it was quite funny and quite interesting, but it's quite if you're going to learn something very risky, then learning for free might be one of the ways to do it, because learning itself might be a risk to you, because the fear that has already built up might be the thing that is causing you to But anyway, if you're going to learn for free, that is very good. You can find someone to teach you for free, though that person might incur some costs teaching you. There's always some cost there. Or you can learn on YouTube and whatever. And I don't know how free it can really be. Because if you watch videos, you might have to put in some data. And when you're watching videos of Forex, you always see charts. And you cannot watch a video showing you charts when you're on the, when you're watching a YouTube video on the lowest size. If you want to really economize money, on the lowest size, you might not see anything on the charts. It might be some blur. Yeah, so you'll have to turn it up to either 720p or 1080p so that the chart is actually visible. So I don't know how. I've tried to. Some people called me and they tried to brainstorm about it, how to do it for free, and if it's YouTube, you'll incur some charges, of course, some cost, some data. It's quite anyway, but good luck with that. I'll keep on finding solutions to that. Some costs will be incurred either by you or by the person who is going to mentor you. So it has to be some kind of a missionary deal. But anyway, anything is possible, anything can happen. Don't lose hope. Keep on trying, and you never know. You never know. You might get some free mentorship. You might get some free mentorship very soon. Yeah, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope about it. Just keep on doing whatever you're doing, and that free mentorship will come. Yeah, it could come. I could also mentor you for free. It can. These things happen. Can wake up in a good mood and just say, free mentorship. Where are you? Let me come and we go through this. Hardcore stuff. Technical analysis. What? Start making calls in the night. That I've seen this. Look at this chart for me. Tell me. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff. Yeah. So that's what it takes for someone to learn how to actually trade. Yeah, so today we have the FOMC minutes, and it's quite it's quite an event. And previous experience on this on the group that we've been having, yeah, people have been making some money on these moves, these fundamental moves. The news coming from USA, especially there was the non-farm payrolls, which is there this Friday, tomorrow about 1. Yeah, brace yourself. Yeah, brace yourself. Something is, we're going back into non-farm payrolls. FOMC minutes, today, FOMC, that's another big event, and it's going to be, this one will be at, Wednesday, yeah, FOMC press conference. Yeah, there will be a speech and a report. That will be at 9:30 and 9 p.m. There will be the interest rate decision. Now, these are very big events. Yeah, before that, there's the ISM services PMI. That is going to be at 7 p.m. And in 44 minutes, we have the ADP employment change. Previous figure is 568, and what is expected is 400. So this shows a bad, this is a consensus, a bad expectation for the US dollar. The ISM services PMI as well. This one here expected is a good figure, 61.9, previous 62 expected. For this one here, any figure that is above 50 is very good. So here, don't be discouraged if you get something less than 61.9 or something less than 62. As long as it is above 50, it's going to be good. Then the interest rate decision, this one is for the Federal Reserve. Yeah, expected to be maintained at 0.25%. Then there will be a monetary policy statement at the same time. And 30 minutes after that, after if this catches you on the good side, if you're trading this any chart with a US dollar and it's working out for you, then at 9 p.m. these events will give you a good push. Then at 9:30, this speech will give you another boost. So just stay in there at night. If you're afraid of the news, if you've been tortured by the news previously, you can sit this one out and maybe take on the momentum after that. This will just be 9:30. So at 11, you can get in when the market has formed in whatever direction it's taking, and you can make some good money on that. So this is all technical analysis. I want us to go into trading view. So many people love trading view, and I want to, people have been asking about this fundamental analysis, all the time, about so many things that happen on the chart and how it actually affects, how these fundamental events actually affect the charts. So, first, I want us to look at our own chart, which is the USD UGX. That's the Ugandan shilling versus the US dollar. So that is what our chart looks like. So the price there is this, 3,553.5. So that is the price of the dollar in Uganda. This is a live chart. It looks good. It looks good. It's a daily chart. Let me make it a monthly chart so that it looks like a normal chart. So most of our African charts, this is what they look at. This is what they look like. You have the US dollar price begins down there. It was, I think, in 1997, it was about 1,000 something, 1,040, 1,033, around there. And it has just been going up all those many years. And the highest it had gone was about 3,900. But now we are at 3,553. So I'm showing you this chart. I've been asked about this how fundamental analysis actually affects the market. And I want to get a real example about that. So if you've been watching the news, maybe international, maybe local, you've been seeing that there is something happening in Sudan. Not South Sudan, but North Sudan. So I want us to look at the chart of Sudan. It's good you've seen that this chart is this is the price of the US dollars in Ugandan shillings. That is USD UGX. Exchange rate is 3,553. 3,553. So that is our exchange rate. So the dollar has actually lost. We are gaining. We are improving from when it was 3,905, now which is 3,500. So that is a big improvement for us. We are bringing the dollar down. So for Sudan, they are having a coup d'etat, and that is one thing that happens in the world that can guarantee that is something that happens on the So the price of is the Sudanese pound. So the price of US dollars in Sudan was, let me get the actual figure there. About 2.13. So every dollar was equivalent to about 2 Sudanese pounds. Now this coup d'etat has come. So you see this very big candlestick. Yeah, so this coup d'etat has come, I think they're saying it was last month. That's what's reported on the news. And the price right now, anyway, before we get to that, there is this big candlestick. Now this happened in February. Yeah, on 1st of February, the price was 53 Sudanese pounds. Yeah, that was the price of the US dollar in Sudan. And then that same month, it rose to 374. Yeah, so that is 374 Sudanese pounds for $1 US. Yeah? Now, to put that into some kind of perspective, so the beginning price is there is 53 Sudanese pounds, then to 374. So let's just calculate and get some. It is 374 divided by the 53, so that we get the relative change in prices. So that is the change. So if we apply the law of relativity to somehow understand what that means, that is like multiplying that by the Ugandan shilling, 3,550 right now. Yeah, that brings it to 25,000 shillings. So relative to Uganda's, our exchange rate, yeah, if this was Uganda, then it would be a normal day like this one, where the US dollar is 3,500 and something. Then at the end of the month, it is 25,000 shillings. Now, this move alone just shows some kind of an economic crash of sorts. 25,000. That means if you normally buy a TV at $500 on the internet, times 3,500, you buy a TV for approximately, let's say 1.9. So if you buy the same TV 1 month later at $500 times, if our currency goes up like that, times 25,000, yeah, you'd buy the same TV at 12 million, from about 1.9 to 12 million in 1 month. So that is that is something relative. So this move is obviously not, this is not technical. Technical analysis cannot give you this. But this is fundamental, and this is February. The coup d'etat was last month. Maybe if we say it started even earlier on, but it looks like this area here is quite stable. The US dollar is coming down. And by the way, that is just that move in that 1 month. If you look at where the price is from that time, let's say 54 to where price is right now, 438. Yeah, so that is 438 divided by 54. Yeah, that is where it is right now, 8.111, whatever. Then times our 3550, that is 28,794. So if you get that times $500, that would be the price of that TV, 14 million shillings for a $500 TV. So this move is actually very significant. Maybe we can put another kind of law of relativity in there. Maybe we can say how much is bread in Sudan versus how much is bread in Uganda. Then we shall know the units. But anyway, that's a very big move. You can see down here where the chart is quite, where it looks like a straight line down here. That was a normal movement of the market. This whole area was a normal movement of their exchange rate, and now it has just shot up, just like that. Yeah, so that is, that is some kind of, okay, this is an actual, some kind of crash of an economy. But anyway, that is how fundamental events affect the charts. Yeah, I think we shall look at some charts on Friday. I think this will be the only chart we shall be looking at today. To give you an example of some kind of fundamental events in our neighboring countries. So if you have trading view, you can look for all those charts and see how all African currencies are faring. You can look at Uganda, you can look at Kenya, you can look at South Africa, you can look at so many countries and you see how they are. And you'll get a sense of what Forex trading actually is. Some people have been mentoring, they think Forex trading is some kind of virtual world that has no connection with the real world, that it's some kind of virtual world, and there are some people behind it who are tweaking it, making it go up, making it go down, and eating people's money along the way. But that's not the case. Yeah, things actually happen like this. So before that, maybe you shall need to get some more information to analyze what's happening in Sudan. When something is not happening in your country, you might not bother to find out what's happening that side. You may not dig in so much. But on the surface, that is something to show you how these charts operate in every other country. So when one country is going through some issues, another country will rise up against it. Interest rates will go up against that country. Exchange rates will definitely go up against that country, and that will show you something. That will show you something that is going on. If this particular event, I wanted to show you about this Sudanese pound. I wanted to relate it to what happened last week. So many people were crying last week that the Euro USD, that it just fell. It just, where is it? Yeah, this move, this sharp fall. Let me zoom it in a little bit. So it wasn't only the Euro USD, it was also GBP, USD. Yeah, so there was this sharp fall, this very, very sharp fall, and people couldn't get a proper explanation for it. Yeah, so, these things happen. Sometimes it is, the event might not be actually announced to you. You might not get the announcement to be ready to analyze this. When something happens in the world, it may be abrupt, it may not be announced. It will still have an impact on the market. This is not banks doing what banks do, or the market makers doing what market makers do. Now, this kind of a move is an actual event happening in the world. That is why I was relating that move to this. Yeah, there was no, there were no big announcements, breaking news or whatever, that the US dollar was 53 Sudanese pounds. Now it is 300 and something Sudanese pounds. We didn't see the breaking news. We didn't see anything. Maybe it was there on some channels, but the mainstream channels are reporting a coup d'etat, which is happening in these areas. But I'll show you that the exchange rate of a certain currency can actually shoot without any notice. And that is what happened here. So those are some unexpected things that can happen. And this is a 4-hour chart, by the way. This one is a 4-hour chart with this big move, and this one is a monthly chart with that big move. So these things actually happen, and sometimes you may not be ready for them, but in the event that they happen, you need to have a stop loss there, you need to have a take profit there, so that you don't lose money, and such you don't lose your profits. Yeah, so I think that's the last chart we're looking at. So for the comprehensive technical analysis group, it's going to get, we're going to have so many more setups coming up. It's going to be a bit, it's going to get tougher. It's going to get tougher, but what makes it easy is that we're going to be looking for specific patterns in the market, specific. We're not going to be trading, just anyhow way, because this is the market going up, you go up with it. You see it going down, you go down with it. That's not how we're going to be trading. That is risky and it's reckless. And when you realize how risky something is, if you put some money that you can lose, if you put an amount of money that if you lose it, it will really pinch you, you will feel the pinch. So if you deposit like $200, that's not a joking. That amount of money is, it's not a joking kind of It's not a joke to put $200 in this economy. So when you put that kind of money there, then you're not going to take risks, unreasonable risks. You're going to look for the actual setup and enter that trade. So far, the setups we have seen are really, they are really by the book. These are textbook setups, and you can enter them on your real account, on your demo, and you see how they play out. But if you put a lot of money, you won't want to risk it trading recklessly. You would want to take informed decisions and actually make some good market moves that you can actually explain, that are backed up by some good information, and you'll feel comfortable trading like that. You won't have fear. You won't, if you win today's trade, that will give you even more courage and energy to take the next trade, because you will have seen that same pattern. But if you're trading without any direction, without any solid strategy, you're going to make today's money and you'll be worried about tomorrow's money, because because you know in your heart that you got lucky today and you're not sure if you'll get lucky tomorrow. So if you know what you're looking for, that fear turns into courage. It turns into bravery, because you know that these patterns you're looking for, they actually work. They actually work, and you'll be very confident trading them. So the setups are going to get even more. I think, on the bigger charts, the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame, you just need to get, there are not so many in a week. There are very few. But on these small charts, there are very many setups that take place in a day. And that is where it becomes very difficult. But with the smaller charts, we are taking small profits. And on the big charts, that's why you put the big profits. So don't mix that up. If you're looking for so many pips on a big chart, don't look for the same number of pips on a small chart, because the trend determines the take profit. And for a small chart, the take profit will be a few pips away. On the big chart, the take profit will be so many pips away. And that also applies to the stop loss. So it's getting, there will be another group joining in. I think the request was 2 weeks from now. So all that is going on. So the Telegram group that is there for the general group, you search for Trading Dawn, the name of this program, search for it on Telegram, and you will get to that group. You'll meet the community. So many people right now. So many people. It feels good to be among traders. We've been trading in secret. People trade secretly. You have your phone, you put in a trade, and then you put your phone in a certain angle so that people don't see it. If they see those charts, they will tell you that you're better off sports betting. You're better off putting your money on Manchester United. That is my team anyway. But anyway, people will tell you such things that you have better chances of trading on putting your bets on Manchester United than getting money out of Forex. And when you see those charts, it will look like something very, it gives a headache sometimes. But anyway, right now the group is so big, people are so many, and it's quite, it's encouraging. When you join a group and there are so many traders, it's very encouraging to know that there's so many other people out there that are like-minded, that are looking forward to benefiting from trading Forex, trading indices, stocks, whatever it is that they trade. And when you join it, there is, right now, those things are coming down. The pressure type of thing, where people put demo accounts with big figures, it's somehow cooling down. And very soon we're going to have some well thought out analysis that will be posted there, and it will be good for everyone. Once we have calm minds, I really like it when we do. We like it if we do the normal type of trading on the group. Then maybe outside the group, you can have that radical type of trading where you're taking very big risks and making a lot of money. Like those, where you take big risks, you risk all your money. Either you win or you lose. Either it's called, people call it, all or nothing. You put in a trade, you either win it all or you lose it all. So you can do that outside the group, but on the group, let us try to keep a mindset of, risk management, so that no one blows any accounts trying to copy what is happening on a very unreasonably big account. So that is the direction I want us to take. Another thing is, women. I know there are women who trade Forex. Many, so join the group. Don't feel, okay, I'm going to create another group for only women. Because this area is male dominated. There's so many men there, and they are quite rough on the women. They are quite rough. But an all women's group so that we, so that things are managed. Now, there will be a female administrator there, to handle all those things. And, we all look at things in different ways. It will be good to learn from how you trade, because what I'm very sure of is that women don't take big risks. So risk management is something that is, something that is there in the, so not like men. Men, man, we take risks. We don't play around. If you see a big candlestick, you jump in. You don't ask questions. It's a big candlestick. It's buying. Buy. Make that money, whatever is left of it. And you come out. If you lose, you lose. It's all or nothing. But that's what most guys do anyway. But the women are very much careful. Very, very careful. That money they put in is very precious. So they don't want to lose even one unit of that shilling. So an all women's group will be quite, quite interesting. And the male domination on this other group is quite too much. But I encourage you to join that group. Search for Trading Dawn. Get into that group and, just get in and, let us start trading. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to, to get in. I put there a vote for how many women are in the group, how many men are in the group, and it was too much in favor of the men. So I don't want to believe that it's only guys who trade Forex. I'm very sure there are women who trade Forex and, do it in a very responsible way. So, get in there and, just find a way. There can be a strategy that works for you. What works for these guys might be too high risk to handle. But the market is, it's very, very dynamic. And you can find your own feminine way of trading the market. I don't know if I'm even using the right words. But anyway, join the group, search for Trading Dawn. Let's have so many women inside there so that we have these other opinions from women, and the fighting on the group has stopped. They're no longer, people are no longer fighting. There were some fights, in every new community, there's always something like that happening. And, because we are very, very educated people, people, they are very educated. Educated people don't fight for long. The fight will just last a few minutes, and then shall get back to what actually brought us there. And that is exactly what happened. That was very good. And if you're in the group, you can congratulate yourself for coming out of a depression so fast and getting back to business. So there's going to be a lot of, I hope, starting from this moment, people are going to be posting actual charts. Very good charts. If you have $10, do not fear to put a screenshot of your $10 account there. Do not fear, put it there. And, let us be looking at actual charts, not, even if it's a demo, let it be a reasonable amount. On a demo, let us take a look at that and see how to improve on that, because there is no shame that people are trading $5 accounts and $10 accounts. There is no shame in that, no shame at all. It's just the beginning. So right now, if you're doing that, then we are going to look at some trading strategies of $10. I made a robot to handle that, but it seems the robot, it requires a lot of knowledge of technical analysis, which, I'm making another robot to back that one up. So, I need a lot of knowledge of technical analysis, some patience, so, it's quite, okay, it's a process, it's a process. So, but we have to find ways of growing these $10 accounts without trading impulsively, just putting in trades for the sake of it, high risk maneuvers, all that stuff. Yeah, so let's find ways of growing these $10 accounts and these $5 accounts to a reasonable amount, so that we get, we get to normal, where Uganda is at a very big disadvantage. People are not very rich. People are poor. Yeah, people are very, very poor. Yeah. Even if you own acres of land and you don't have money, you're still poor. That is the problem with economics and commerce and all that stuff. So people are not very rich, and this is what they can afford. So if we work on what we can afford, and then we rise higher, then we are going to, we're going to get far. Maybe next year. Let's set realistic goals. These things of getting $10 and turning it into $1,000 in a week. Let's do that in our privacy, but let us keep a reasonable kind of goal to hit, a target to hit which is reasonable for $10, for $20, for $5. Yeah, let's keep some goals. Let's make some goals that can rise those amounts of money to reasonable amounts of money, so that we start trading normally. So that when you get those setups of YouTube or Facebook, there are so many people in the world who are sharing signals and trading formations and all that stuff. But when you apply them on your $10 account, you lose money because that actual setup had retracement of so many pips which your account couldn't handle. So if we make some setups that can handle these $10 accounts and $5 accounts, and then we get them to a reasonable amount of money, maybe by next year, then all that information that is coming from out there is going to help you. Because those people, they trade $1,000, $5,000, they trade a lot of money, and their setups, they retrace only, they retrace many pips. For us, we need, more of a sniper entry kind of approach to raise these accounts. So, yeah, it's quite, it's quite tough. We have to work. We have to work 50 times harder than those people to make just 10% of what they make. And by all means, let's do it. Let's get our hands dirty, and let's trade, and let's raise these accounts. And then when we get to their level, maybe we shall be teaching them how to take. By then, I think $100 accounts will be small. So if we get through this, with those sniper entry kinds of trades, then when we get up there, we can also shoot even further using the same methods. After we have actually confirmed which ones actually work, then when we get there, it will be, if you move from 10 to 100, you can move from 1,000 to 10,000 in the same move. Or if you can trade, and I've seen it many times, people trading $2 to $10 or to $20. That is like trading $20 to $100, or so you can easily do that, and you shouldn't really. Do not be ashamed of your small account. Show the group what you're trading with and how you're performing, and we see how to improve that. At least by now, I have a lot of information about that. Many traders, deposits are very small. First-time traders prefer to deposit $5. Those who are already trading, when they blow their accounts, they put back $10. That's what they can afford. Then people who want to start trading, they want to learn for free. That is something to keep into consideration. Yeah, people want to learn for free, which is okay. People who are trading, they are most comfortable trading currency pairs. Yeah? Then they prefer Forex to binary options. So they are comfortable with currency pairs, not stocks, not indices, not futures, not any of that. But currency pairs are what people feel comfortable with. Then Forex versus binary options, they are comfortable with. With Forex trading, that is on MT4. Binary options of IQ options, iron trade and all that. Yeah, it's good to trade all that stuff, but those who have tested the waters, they know exactly what it is. Yeah, then people are very interested in being manual traders. Yeah, that was another vote. People want to be manual traders. That is what gave birth to those technical analysis comprehensive classes. Yeah, they wanted to be manual traders. Now that they are saying, man, it's too hot. It's too intense. But that's nice. It's good. When the heat comes down, it doesn't mean that the heat has gone away, but you've managed to withstand the heat, and that is quite good. Yeah, so no, so let us look forward to the non-farm payrolls on Friday and the FOMC minutes tonight. So be careful in trading those minutes, and also keep an alert mind for what's going to happen on Friday. Yeah, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.